Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a short and sweet little video here. I'm not even really counting it as a video, but it kind of applies to all vehicles, most vehicles. We've got a Toyota Corolla here, and I believe we have a coil pack that's out. And a lot of people, I think, maybe not realize how easy it is to change a coil pack. So we're going to go through a little process here, hooking up the scanner and try to get the code off of it. You need to check engine light on for this to work. If you do have a check engine light though, you can buy these coders online, or scan tools I should say, code readers online, pretty cheap nowadays. I've had this auto fix for several years. I think I paid $17 for it, and it actually works pretty dang good on most cars. There's even some live data you can get off of this, so keep that in mind. But we're going to hook this up, and we're going to pull the codes off the car real quick. Oh, and if you don't have this and your car runs decent enough, safely enough to get to a parts store, they'll scan it for free and give you the codes. Hold tight. I'm going to start by putting the key in the ignition. I'm not going to turn it on just yet. Then we're going to hook the OBD2 scanner up to the car. Now, that beeping sounds great, doesn't it? I'll pull it out just a little bit. Now, depending on what car you have, and you can always Google this, look it up online, you're going to have your OBD2 port somewhere, typically under this section of your vehicle, underneath your steering wheel. Sometimes they are on the passenger side, sometimes they are in this area. I've seen that. So you just have to look for your specific car and go from there. All right, let me see if I can find ours. Where are you? Where are you? It's right there. Kind of a odd little spot. Anyway, I'm gonna plug our code reader up. Code reader's coming on. Turn the key to the on position. Do not try to crank it, just to the on position. Diagnostics. It's syncing with the car as we speak. Mill status on. I don't know if you guys can see that. One code found. I'm going to read fault code. Stored codes. P2420. Ooh. Evaporative emissions system. Switching valve control circuit high. Okay. I'm going to exit out of here because I think we have a coil pack issue. I'm going to go to pending codes. Yeah, here we go. Cylinder 1 misfire detected. P0301. So we're going to go out here to cylinder 1, and I just happen to have a coil pack, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to change one. Okay, so I'm out here at the front of the car. Obviously I already have the hood up. These plastic things, depending on what car you have, some may be bolted down. This right here is just a pop-on version. So it just pops right off. It will fight you a little bit, but it will come off. Alright. Now as you can see here, these two coils have been changed recently. This one most recently. I'm probably going to have to look it up. I think this may be 1. This may be 2, 3, and 4. I think that's how it goes. So we're going to pull number 1 out, and it looks like it's going to be a 10mm socket. We'll pull this coil pack out, and we'll put a new one on. Let's do that. Okay, it is indeed a 10mm. Woo, that thing was tight. I want to be careful not to damage any of these connections. That would be a bad day. Guys, that was a lot harder to get off than it should have been, but basically on this particular Toyota, you just mash this down and pull it till it comes off. Pretty simple. So we'll pull this coil pack and put a new one in and crank the car, see what we have. Anyway, coil pack will just simply come out. Now, it can be confusing because some of these coils can be long enough to hit the bottom of your car here. You just have to you know, negotiate it. I'll put it that way. Let's grab another coil pack. Okay, brand new coil pack. Basically, you're going to do the reverse of what we just did. I'll make sure that you are kind of straight up and down on your spark plug in there so you don't break it. That would be a disaster for you. Just mash it down, clip it on. Make sure you put your fastener back in and tighten it down. I've seen on some Ford Expeditions, if you don't do this, if you don't make sure you have them tightened in, you will regret it. So this helps to prevent moisture from getting in there by having a tight seal. Now, come on, left hand. There you go. You don't want to over tighten it and crack it or break it, but you do want it to go down snug. Now, sometimes you can get a misfire code and it has nothing to do with your coil. Sometimes it's just that you need to change your plugs. This car is actually due for a plug change. I'm just trying to avoid it right now because I have enough irons in the fire. But I figured I would put this on here. We'll go in here, we'll crank the car, or clear the codes, crank the car, see if we still have a misfire. I don't think we will. I think we just fixed it. So let's check it out. Okay, so I'm back in the car. Scan tool is still hooked up. I'm going to turn the key back to the on position. I'm going to hit exit on this auto fix. Exit. We're going to go down to erase fault codes and we're going to hit enter. Are you sure? Yep, I'm sure. DTC has been erased. Cool deal. Exit. Yes, we're going to exit the test. I'm going to turn the key off. I'm going to disconnect the scan tool. Now I'm going to crank the car. We'll take her for a little trip around the block real quick, see if our misfire is gone. Hold tight. So basically we're just going to take old little Toyota around the block. Seatbelt initiated. Get a little air conditioning going. Alright, I'm going to take her around the block, see what we're dealing with, see if we've got her fixed. So far, so good. So the reason for this video is to show you just how easy it is to actually change one of your coil packs. Now, this is an inline motor, and it's a small engine, and it's in the car. Makes it a little bit easier, but you know, the Ford Expeditions, the Ford engines from back in the 2000s, they had a lot of coil pack issues. But every car eventually, with coil packs, you're going to have one go out. So basically, what I'm saying is this, though. A shop might charge you $100 or even more to change a coil pack. It's not that hard to do. You can order you a scan tool, you know, to where you can check it, or go by your local parts store. They'll pull the codes for you if it's safe to drive. Sometimes a coil pack goes out, it's not safe to drive. But get it scanned, get your code, order a coil pack, and you can put it on. You've seen how easy that was. And we have a maintenance required light because we need an oil change, but we have no check engine light anymore, guys. It's running great. I hope this video is helpful to you. If it is, hey, would you mind liking, subscribing to the channel? All things cars. We do a lot of car work, a lot of truck work. We bring them back. Thank you guys for joining me. Have a good day.